Hello, welcome back everybody, welcome to another interview video from me. I don't know what I just said there because I went so yeah, we're back playing another Level Scotland race. We're coming up to Level Scotland 02, Level Scotland 01. I had a look at the world record time. I wasn't as good as what I thought on that one. I think we did it in 6:04 and 5:18 was the time to beat. So you know, it was close. It was close. It's not too shabby. Just looking here, Level Scotland 2. I don't think I've got any crack at the world record on here. It's done by a guy called Magic, and he's got it in 9:04. And I think my best on here is 11, and that's on a really good day. It has got some tricky points in this one, but it's got some really good points in here. Starts off again the same as the first one, but a little bit of a bop into a couple of mesh flips, which I tend to mess up about 6 or 7 times because there's 2 of them. But yeah, we'll give you a guided tour of the race as we go through it, as we always do here at Team Awesome Gaming Reviews, and we'll let you know what we think. I love the Level Scotland range up until number 3 when he got the colours wrong. And I'm going to keep mentioning about the colours, and I'm going to start get a little poll together because I know that Level Scotland 04 is in the making. It's in the background, and I want it to be orange and blue. I want it to stick with the Iron Brew theme. You see, it even says in the title Level Scotland 02 XA Fun Iron Brew, and it's like I want to strangle him. I want to get hold of him and say, Shad, I love you, but make him orange and blue. So that's my review so far. But I'm going to dive straight into the race here. We're going to get right on it. I'm just going to wait for it to load in.
Are you sure you want to launch this job on your own?
Yes, that's what I'm here for. We're here to review the races, drive the races, whether we suck or it takes us an hour or half an hour. That's what we're doing, isn't it? So, let's get right into it, and I will see you in a couple of short little seconds on the track. So, Level Scotland 02, as you see, the orange and the blue race, which interlinks to Iron Brew. Starts off, this is going to slow me down, this annoys me. Stop, go. Aye, or go, stop even. Stop, go, what am I talking about? And then a little booster up to here. We're going to fly onto this, and then it's a little half a bop up onto the platform and stop. Ugh. So again, he started with a bop, same in the first one, same in the second one, keeps the series in sync. And we get a couple of mesh flips, and I'm not a fan of mesh flips, but I am getting better. Just not that good. Look, I'm off. I fell down. We fell down, but it's okay, we can do it again. I am getting better at mesh flips, but there was times when I did this race in the beginning that I would spend 20-25 minutes on these mesh flips before I got them done. Hopefully today that's not going to be the same process, because there's 2 and then it's a jump. So up to the top corner of that one to jump, and then you might as well spin your car around because it's got the checkpoint. I was going to say because it's a reverse. Now this reverse is a little bit different to the other one. You see the little turnaround signs that he's used there, very small but effective. And then we're going to reverse up here, and it's a little different to the last one, because the last one on level 1 we just reversed up 1 spiral. This one you're coming into this orange tube and then you're going out onto another spiral, so it's a little bit more complex, but still really easy to do. And then just make sure you flip it around at the end, and I'm on my roof. So right, let's roll it over. Now this wall flip is like no other. This is a weird one. This is an angled flip, so I go really early on this and quite fast. If I go too late, there ain't no way. So yeah, it's very angled and very fast paced. You can see the wall is leaning up. You're basically upside down on yourself when you get onto it. So it's an angled wall flip, and I struggled like mad with this in the early days, but that's how simple it is now. Coming down, and we're going to go into the barrel roll extended. It's 3 tubes, so don't forget to hold on to the right as you go through. And then we're just going to go up these meshes, and there's just circle round, and keep going up. And then I believe the next one after this one is the last one, and then you've got to floor it and leap of faith to the checkpoint platform. And then again we've got a skinny flip, but it's made this easier because normal skinny flip would be one beam onto one beam. This is one beam onto two beams to catch it, to give you plenty of opportunity to get this done. A little bit harder because you're going onto it from a tube, so getting the angle right to pain, and then getting over it to pain as well. But it is easier to land once you actually get around it because of the way he's built it. It's all about leaving at the right point, which I've not done again 2 times in a row. Come on, Steve. Well, let's show them what Level Scotland 2 is all about. As you see, the orange, blue and grey everywhere. It's absolutely bloody lovely. It just says Iron Brew. That's it. That's how you do it. And then you come into this upside down half tube, and then it's straight out of here, up a spiral. And what's at the end of the spiral, Steve? Can you remember? Oh, it's just a platform. It's got to slow down in there so you don't shoot off over it. Now this bit here is, in one of my previous videos, in one of the Back to Basics one, we told you about these letterboxes and how much fun I have in them and how much I enjoy them. So this is just a straight up forward flip till you're upside down, and then forward flip again once you come through the other side. I absolutely love that. I don't know why, it's so smooth, it's just amazing, and I could sit there and do that checkpoint all day. Big old jump to the wall, catch the wall. Now when we come into this tube there's a catcher at the top. It's a big catch on this one, so you're just driving up and then into the catch tube. Then we're going to turn around and we're going to go back out the way we went in, but we need to get on this wall early enough to turn down to go out. So what I recommend doing is reverse it up a little bit straight so you've got plenty of room to do it. Once we go down and out, we're going to go across, and that's the wall that we landed on, and we're going up across the little skinny, which will jump us to that checkpoint there. Now I'm not going to tell you that you can jump to that checkpoint from this tube, which you can, which is cheating, but you can do it, and I have done it, and it's quite simply, you just reverse up the white bit, drive out and leave flat on that bar right in the centre, and you will land on that platform, or at least hit the checkpoint. It's possible, but we're not here to cheat. We're here to show you how to do the races. So I've let you know that you can cheat it, but that's up to you. It's not hard. See, not hard at all. Nice and simple. Up onto the mesh wall, and then what we got here, mesh transfer I think for the first one, but oh, it's an up one. Oh, we've done it. And this is a skid scandy at the top of here. Unlike the Back to Basics, there is no there's no marker of when to do it. So this is again another one that you can jump across, which I've shown people in the past. You can jump over it, you don't actually have to skid scandy. This mesh transfer is a little bit harder than the other ones because this is a down to up, whereas a lot of them are on the same level, so you're just jumping straight. This one we're not jumping straight, we're going slightly low to high because it's higher than what we're on. So it's all about line up, which I'm not doing right, but this time we will. So you need your top 2 wheels to come off to rotate the car just like that, catch yourself, and away you go. If you use your camera angle up here, you'll be able to see where you've got a skid scandy, and that's how it's done. Obviously it doesn't matter if you land on your roof as long as you don't fall off the platform, because you'll have to do it again. Right, onto the checkpoint, let's go. Down the wall we're going to do a wall flip. Nice and straightforward this one. It's quite tight, so up and up at the end, and then another wall flip here. We're going a bit faster on that one because the curb gives you a boost. Plenty of room to catch yourself. Nicely into here, and then we're going to go back on ourselves. We're going to do another wall flip in a second, which is over here, and then we're going to get a checkpoint straight after that wall flip. Notice I'm going quite early on there because I'm going fast enough to catch myself. Now this is where this checkpoint gets hard. we're going to do a mesh flip, and then we're going to go through poles. So it's a little bit complex, it's a little bit harder than the last one. So we've got a little mesh flip here, which I did, but not well enough to get up the poles, unfortunately. So mesh flip, and then I'm sure it's up poles. Yeah, it's up the poles and then out onto the platform with a checkpoint. I gripped the top. That there was Tony Hawk's, is what I normally shout when I mess it up like that. I'm like, this isn't Tony Hawk's. Because of having to go up poles, I need a little bit of speed to go up poles. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to mesh flip this as tight as possible, he says when he goes, oh hang on, I'll concentrate, because we've done it. I wanted a little bit of speed up so I could, you know, get to those poles and drive up the poles without skidding, but we managed it, we've done it, so it's okay. On to the next checkpoint. These are short tubes, so I'm too slow there, but you don't have to be full pelt for these, otherwise you'll overshoot them, because they're pretty close together. It's still leaving at the same point. And that's nice and simple. Now this is this checkpoint again is cheatable. I believe Shad might have blocked my cheat because I showed him how to do it. I used to drive along this little bit of mesh and do a skid scandy just before the tubes, and I used to land on the platform behind it where the checkpoint is. I believe he's put a blocking plate there now, but we're going to show you how you do it the proper way. That's not the proper way, that's how to fall off 101. So we're going to go into the tube, like so. Then we're going to go up to the top, and we're going to jump from one tube to the other. So I'm going to have to put my foot down a little bit so I can speed up. You can see he's got a cap on the top, so you can't just jump down to the platform, which is there with the checkpoint on. See what I mean? So we're going to just do a tube hop at the top, and then we're going to go down the next tube. It's a little bit awkward because the next tube's got spinners in, and normally when people see spinners they start turning around. There's no need to turn around in this tube, absolutely none, because you're doing the turnaround bit here now. Can I save this? Am I that guy? I might be able to save it. I might not be able to save it, it depends. No, because one, I'm facing the wrong way, but hey, it was worth a go, wasn't it? If I'd have landed on the top one, I would have been able to save that. Right, come on Steve, let's not mess around anymore. I think it's harder, you know, when you know what you're doing and you're trying to explain to people, because you know obviously people are watching this thinking, well, how do you do that? That's a bugger. So I'm trying to explain it to you, and I'm overthinking what I'm doing because I'm trying to explain it to you what I'm doing at the same time. But you know, but it's a learning curve. It's part of what I've chose to do. You know, I want to be able to guide people through these races so that when they come to this race, they can think back to this video and go, well, Steve said if I do this here. Right, now this is where it gets tricky because we're going to go down through these little spinners, right, and we are going the same way as them, so we are faster than them. But you see that skinny there at the bottom? That one. We're going to go out along that, and it's quite hard work, but if you go slow enough, you'll be able to catch it. It's very grippy, and it's just like that. Now all we're going to do is we're going to go up this spiral, 2 spirals, and then jump to the finish line, and that's it. That's the race over. So get your foot all the way to the floor, power on. It's a big jump, this one. It's got guider arrows as to where to leave as well, I believe, when you get up here, because it is a long one. It is a big jump. And there's the guide arrows, and there you go. Massive jump to the finish line, into that checkpoint, head to the left, get the other checkpoint. You'll tend to find there's always 3 or 4 checkpoints at a checkpoint, just in case anyone's waiting for anyone. It gives them time to stop. But that was Level Scotland number 2. We'll see you very soon for Level Scotland 03. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope it's been an enjoyable video for you. Peace out and goodbye.